Welcome back to the channel. Today we tackle this thing. Yes, I bought another car. As you can see, it's not really in a great state, but it's a part out car. So I had to steal some parts from it, so I bought the whole thing for dirt cheap. And today we're gonna try to start it.
I need to stop. I've been doing too much, I've been running too fast, I've been testing my luck. I've been living cloud nine, I've been at it all night, I've been feeling so loved. I've been waking up lit, I've been making up shit, I've been spilling my guts. I've been feeling so blessed, but stressed all day, so what? I lay out my dreams like every night. I love my life.
Right, taking the Polo to jump start it. So it's a 2-liter 520i 6-cylinder, and it basically ran fine. Yeah, just very rusty. As you can see, someone did a repair job on this. You can see all the Bondo, all the filler, just a plate over it and Bondo. So yeah, Jesus Christ. Not worth to fix this car. As I said, only a 520i with a bunch of rust. It has like, yeah, I already ripped the dash out of it. It has like one nice door, this one is actually immaculate. So this one I'm gonna keep. And I think the carpet is salvageable as well. But for the rest, yeah, there's really nothing to it. It does have an electric sunroof, so that might be worth pulling out, but for the rest, I just want to get it running now, so I can yeah, just do a little test drive here, and yeah, then the engine goes out, because I might actually need the drive shaft for the race car. Might actually be the right fit, I don't know, but we have to try. So I'm not gonna try starting this car right away. I'm first going to check there's enough water in the engine, in the radiator, if the oil is high enough, and yeah, basically that's it. Oh yeah, and if there's fuel in it. Right, the reservoir is empty, so I'm just gonna fill it with some regular water, and yeah, don't want to start it dry. Let's see about the oil. And it's also very low on oil. You can see it's lower than the minimum line, so I'm gonna add some oil as well. Looks like the radiator is leaking. If you can see, just right, yeah, right there. Well, that sucks. Tried starting with the key, but not a single budge, didn't move at all. Okay, so that's it, no luck. It's a bit strange because Friday when I went to pick up the car, we also tried to start it and it actually cranked and started for like a couple of minutes and then died out. So I thought, well, if I hang a car to it and jump start it, it should work, but doesn't do anything. It could be down to my batteries being not that good anymore. Like they all lose their current fairly quickly, and yeah, the one from the race car constantly being loaded also, but that could be yeah, one of the issues. Okay, I'm gonna continue today on the E28 Partscar. Yeah, it's already a lot of progress by the previous shot in the video. So someone needed the part under the front windshield, so we cut that out. It was actually not that easy, as you can see, about 500 layers of metal. But yeah, looks quite funny. And also the engine is sold. I also didn't bother filming taking that one out because I was really short on time. And yeah, it was just engine removal, nothing too special. I'm being followed. The guy that bought the engine from me, he actually brought home another engine that I wanted from in his neighborhood. And this one, it's another M50. It's a bit in a poor state. I think it's not well seized, but that's about the only thing that's good about it. I bought it just for two reasons. It has an M50 manifold, which I'm just gonna sell to make some money back from it. But it has the front sump that I need for swaps, and I basically paid 525 euros for this engine. But yeah, the intakes were 250, and the manifold is also the oil pan is also worth about 250. So those two parts alone, and I basically have the rest of the engine is a spare engine. It comes out of an E34, and as you can see, it does not have a Vanos. So yeah, they're a bit wanted. Because you know, when you're going turbo or something, the Vanos is hard to control. So these engines are easier to work with. Yeah, I don't really need it, but it popped up and I thought, yeah, I'm gonna pull the trigger on it, because if I have to source an oil pan, it's hard and expensive, so why not? Now, so what we're gonna do today is I basically still need to rip out the drive shaft. The rear differential, that's actually the reason why I bought this car, is for the differential. And this is still a good door. This is coming off. I'm gonna take off the trunk, and it has an electric sunroof, and I'm gonna try and see if I can get that that system out of there without power and without breaking it. And then I'm gonna push it outside so it's standing there. And then I'll take off the front struts and the rear shocks as well, and then the rest is going to be scrapped. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm also going to remove the axles, and I'm going to give you guys a tip if you want to do this. So because, well, the engine and gearbox is already gone, so I can't just use oh my god, so many spider webs here. I can't use the drive shaft and the P mode or the parking brake, whatever, to lock the diff so you can loosen the bolts. So you have to use the handbrake, but the handbrake of course engages at the wheel. So basically, if you loosen your drive shaft, your axles on the outside first, then you won't ever get them loose back there. So you need to loosen them first on the diff, and then on the axle, well, at the wheel, because then it stays locked. Because if you loosen it first there, then everything will turn and you're gonna have a shitty time. Okay guys, the differential is out. Took about an hour to get the diff, the axles and the drive shaft out. But I discovered something, yeah, I'd say unusual. So E28s have two styles of rear diff cover. So this one, where the pickup point is offset to one side, as you can see. But they also have where it's in the middle. And the weird thing is that on this car, the pickup point is in the middle on the chassis, but there's a cover on it where it's offset. So I'm afraid this is not going to be the original diff or just the rear cover. Maybe it got damaged along the way, because the signal for the speed, the connector is also different than on the chassis. So either this is a diff from an E34 or something, or the back cover got changed, because there was a really janky bracket someone made, and it didn't line up very well. So yeah, it's a good thing that it wasn't being driven on. So I don't know if you know, but there's like a thing on these differentials, a little plate that tells you the ratio, and it says 3.64, which is actually the diff that's also under my car now. But yeah, maybe that was changed with the cover. So to make sure what ratio we have, I'm gonna show you a trick. So basically, you on the front, you add a marking on the flange and on the housing, straight, and you do the same on one side of the flanges on the side. So I'm gonna do that right now. I'm just gonna use some grease or some tape or something. Just have to mark it. So that's what we're gonna do first. So I'm just gonna take some grease. So you mark top point here and top point there, as you can see, like this. And you do the same on the front flange, like that. Basically now we're gonna turn the front flange, and you'll see that this starts moving as well. And basically the amount of rotations we have to do here before this has done one rotation, that is our ratio. So imagine that we have to turn this 4 times 360 degrees. For this to turn 1 time 360 degrees, then we have a 4:1 ratio. Alright, so this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and now we have to see like this. And now, so now this is turned 1 time, and here we went round 3 times, and now the marking is right here, so just over 3.5. So 3.64 is going to be, I believe it's going to be correct. I don't think there's anything in between. So that's an easy way to check for a differential ratio. Okay, so next up we're gonna remove the rear right door and the trunk, and also I'm gonna keep the wind wiper, the windshield wiper system, and the ventilator, and and then the sunroof. Okay, so that didn't go really as smooth as I wanted it to. I had to rip it off. Yeah, probably my impatience. Oops. But yeah, that's not the most important part. The most important part is this one. So now we can reach to these bolts here, and when I remove these and the two on this bracket, it should come off. So that's out. Now I'm just gonna start unbolting stuff here. I'm gonna leave the sliders and the rails in because I don't believe they actually are removable. I have to see if it's one circuit and I'll have to, but yeah, I'm glad this is done. It does not hurt to have a spare steering pump, so I'm gonna take the steering box. I'm gonna take the steering box out of it as well, and maybe even the subframe just to keep it as a spare. Also, can't hurt. And yeah, then it's going to be pushed out of the garage, and then I'm gonna take off the struts front and back, and then tomorrow it's going to the scrapyard. So a little update on the E28 Partscar. This is what is left of it. So today the scrap yard guy or whatever is going to come pick it up. So yeah, basically everything that I don't need is still in there. A lot of, you might think, oh, all those parts, but they're all damaged or rotten or whatever. So yeah. It's a sad view. A few cars have laid in this position, in this state, on my driveway. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and yeah, have a good one. Bye.